I'm leaving this connection not to punish you, but to finally protect the parts of me I kept sacrificing. I gave everything hoping you'd meet me halfway. Now I'm walking away before I disappear completely. You taught me love, but not safety. Now I crave peace more than passion. I'm leaving because you only loved the version of me that made your world easier. I stopped asking for more. Now I'm asking for distance. This connection feels like a beautiful lie stitched together with painful truths. I need to let it unravel. I gave you my rawest truths, and you gave me silence. That's why I'm done. You only heard me when I cried loud. I need someone who listens to my silence. I'm not bitter. I'm just done watering a garden where nothing grows for me. I won't beg for the bare minimum anymore. I'm leaving to find fullness elsewhere. I stayed long enough to prove my love. Now I'm leaving to prove my worth. If staying costs me my self-respect, then leaving is the only real love I owe myself. I'm walking away, not with rage, but with the soft grief of unmet needs. You kept promising change, but I kept becoming the only one changing. I'm done auditioning for a role in someone else. I'm writing my own now. I no longer fear losing you. I fear losing myself again if I stay. I asked for presents. You gave me excuses. So I packed my silence and left. Love should feel like a test. I keep failing while giving my all. You were never emotionally available. I was just emotionally hopeful. I'm not cold. I'm just tired of burning alone to keep us warm. You never noticed the pain behind my patience. That's why I'm choosing distance now. I gave you a heart you didn't know how to hold. Now I'm taking it back, piece by piece. We weren't toxic. We were just mismatched in timing, truth, and emotional maturity. I'm leading to learn how to love without losing my identity. The truth is, I begged for you, silently while pretending I was fine. I wanted partnership. You wanted convenience. I'm done compromising my depth. You confuse being needed with being loved. I need more than that now. I stayed longer than I should because I kept remembering our beginning. Sometimes love doesn't fade. It just changes shape into something that no longer fits. My love was a storm you kept trying to tame, but I was never meant to be caged. I'm leaving, not because it's easy, but because staying is killing the light inside me. That lacked effort. And without effort, love is not enough. I didn't change overnight. I just finally opened my eyes to the reality I denied. I used to dream about us. I thought we were soulmates. But now I think we were soul teachers. I'm leaving because I deserve a relationship where I don't have to fight to feel seen. You never had to hurt me this much just to teach me my worth. I showed up when it rained. You only came when it was convenient. This isn't goodbye forever. It's goodbye to the version of that no longer honors me. I've outgrown the love that only grows when I shrink. You were home until I realized I was always walking on broken glass. I'm leaving with tears in my eyes, but a spine straighter than ever before. I had space for your healing, but who was holding space for mine? If this connection costs me my joy, it's too expensive to keep. I begged you to meet me emotionally, not just physically. I'm no longer impressed by empty apologies. I am impressed by consistent change. Love without safety is just slow self-destruction. I'm leaving because I'm tired of being both the lover and the lifeline. It wasn't the arguments. It was the way you made me feel invisible. I never wanted perfect. I just wanted real. You kept asking for time. I kept offering my entire soul. I needed nurturing. You needed escape. We were never aligned. I'm not heartless. My heart just reached its limit. I used to believe love could fix anything. Now I believe it should never break me to begin with. I'm leaving so I don't have to explain why I'm always sad when I'm with you. I don't hate you. I just finally love myself more. I kept showing up. But even presence can become painful when it goes unreciprocated. I gave you the softest parts of me, and you turned them into wounds. You didn't lose me when I walked out. You lost me when I stopped feeling safe around you. This is me saying goodbye, not in anger, but in sacred self-preservation. I'm going to leave this connection not because I stopped loving you, but because I started forgetting who I was. I'm walking away because holding on has become more painful than letting go, even when my heart still wants to stay. Sometimes the soul outgrows what the heart still craves. This is why I have to leave. I didn't leave because I stopped believing in us. I left because I finally started believing in myself. I'm not leaving with hatred. I'm leaving with the quiet strength of someone who's finally done explaining their pain. This connection taught me how to break my own heart while trying to protect yours. That's why I'm leaving. Leaving isn't about giving up. It's about choosing peace over a constant war with someone I love. I'm leading the version of me that begged for your attention and settling into the silence that heals. I want it forever with you, but not like this. Not while I'm slowly disappearing inside my own love. It hurts to walk away. It hurts more to stay where I'm not emotionally safe. I'm not choosing absence. I'm choosing clarity because this connection blurred the lines between love and survival. I never wanted to go, but I can't keep losing pieces of myself to keep us together. I'm leaving behind the hope that you did change and taking back the parts of me that waited too long. Loving you was a lesson. Leaving you is the graduation. I didn't expect to leave. I expected us to grow, but sometimes growth means growing apart. I have to go, not to escape you, but to return to the version of me you stopped seeing. I'm not mad anymore. I'm just tired of pouring into something that never held me back. This isn't revenge. This is rebirth. And for that, I need to leave this connection behind. I cried the most when I realized you never fought for me to stay. That's when I knew I had to go. I held on until my fingers bled. Now I'm bandaging my soul and walking away. I'm leaving. Because I deserve to be missed, not ignored, misunderstood, or half-loved. I'm done whispering my needs into a void and calling it love. I once thought you were my home, but love shouldn't feel like exile. You stopped seeing me. Now I'm leaving so I can finally see myself again. I begged for a connection. You gave me a question mark. That's why I'm leaving. My leaving isn't loud, it's quiet, like the way hearts break when no one's looking. You gave me hope, then left me in confusion. I'm leaving to find answers within myself. I'm not leaving because I don't care. I'm leaving because I care too much, and it's destroying me. The love I needed was never loud, but neither was your silence. You lost me slowly, one ignored feeling at a time. I stayed through storms. Now I'm leaving for sunlight. You drained me emotionally while convincing me I was too sensitive. I'm leaving to feel again. I loved you beyond reason. Now I'm leaving with reason as my guide. If I stay, I'll forget how to breathe. If I leave, I might finally exhale. I'm leaving, not because you didn't try, but because I kept shrinking to make your effort feel enough. I wanted your heart. You gave me crumbs. Now I'm walking away starving for my own worth. I'm not angry anymore. I'm free. That's why this goodbye feels like peace. We were poetry once, but now I can't even find them. I'm tired of being the only one who keeps us alive. I'm tired of resuscitating this connection. Leaving isn't failure. Staying too long in emotional silence was. I kept showing up hoping you'd notice I was drowning, but you were the ocean. I didn't leave too soon. I stayed long after my soul begged me to go. You thought I'd never leave. But loving you taught me how to save myself. I waited for you to meet me in the middle, but you stayed comfortable while I walked alone. I'm leaving without slamming the door, but I'll lock it behind me this time. I can't keep sacrificing my peace on the altar of your convenience. The worst part isn't leaving. It's realizing I had to ask permission to be loved fully. I didn't leave to hurt you. I left to stop hurting me. You didn't lose me today. You lost me in every moment you refused to listen. I'm leaving the version of me who believed your potential more than your patterns. I used to pray for us. Now I pray for the strength to walk away with grace. You weren't the problem. My silence was. Now I'm letting my departure speak. I'm leaving this connection, not to forget you, but to finally remember me. If loving you means abandoning myself, I choose self-rescue. I thought I was hard to love. Turns out, I was just trying to be loved by the wrong person. I'm not walking away empty. I'm walking away with the truth. I didn't leave because you weren't lovable. I left because I wasn't being loved. I'm leaving because I realized loving you shouldn't cost me my peace. It's hard to say goodbye to someone who was once your whole world. I stayed in the silence long enough to hear my own heart break. I'm walking away, but a part of me will always wonder what could win. Leaving isn't easy, but neither is pretending everything is okay when it's not. I'm leaving this connection to find the part of me I lost trying to love you. I gave you my trust, and you gave me reasons to leave. I'm not running from you. I'm running towards my own healing. I loved you in a way that was meant to last forever, but forever wasn't what you wanted. This goodbye is a gift to myself, a chance to start anew. Sometimes loving someone means knowing when to let go. I'm leaving because holding on felt like drowning in someone else's silence. You were my home, but I became a stranger in my own heart. I'm leaving with gratitude for the lessons, but no regret for the pain. Believed in us when no one else did. Now I believe in me. I'm letting go, not because I stopped caring, but because I started caring too much. I'm leaving behind the love that held me back from becoming who I'm meant to be. I cried more over this connection than I ever did for myself. It's not about you. It's about me choosing self-love over heartbreak. I stayed too long, hoping for love that was never really mine. Leaving means choosing my own happiness over someone else. You taught me that sometimes love isn't enough. I'm leaving because I deserve a love that lifts me, not one that breaks me. I held on to us like a lifeline, but now I'm cutting it loose. I'm leaving because silence between us became louder than our words. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is walk away quietly. I'm not angry. I'm just tired of pretending everything is fine. I'm leaving because I can no longer carry the weight of this broken connection. Walking away with a heart full of hope for better days ahead. You didn't lose me in the leaving. You lost me in the neglect. I'm leaving because I want to find love that feels like coming home. I stayed because I believed in the juice that only existed in my heart. I'm choosing myself over a love that made me feel less. I'm leaving because my heart deserves more than what you could give. I'm walking away not to forget you, but to remember who I am. I stayed too long, hoping you'd fight for me, but the fight was never mine to win. Leaving is my way of saying I love myself enough to let go. I'm leaving to stop breaking for someone who never tried to fix us. You were the lesson. I am the graduate moving on to better things. I am walking away to find peace I couldn't find in your arms. I stayed in the storm until I forgot what calm felt like. I'm leaving because I'm worth more than the love I settled for. Sometimes the hardest goodbye is the one that saves you. I'm leaving this connection with no regrets, only lessons. I'm walking away from a love that became my prison. I stayed silent too long, but now I'm speaking with my feet. Leaving isn't giving up. It's giving in to the love you deserve. I'm leaving to find the kind of love that doesn't hurt. I'm walking away because I finally chose myself over us. I stayed because I thought love meant sacrifice. Now I know it means respect. I'm leaving because I refuse to be someone's second choice any longer. I'm walking away with a heart bruised but not broken. I'm leaving because loving you shouldn't feel like losing myself. I stayed too long, hoping love would heal us both. I'm leaving to find a love that celebrates my soul, not diminishes it. I'm walking away from the past to embrace a brighter future. Leaving isn't the end, it's the start of my own story. I'm leaving this connection to find the love I've always deserved. I stayed because I was scared to be alone, but I'm stronger alone than I ever was with you. I'm walking away with lessons in my heart and hope in my soul. I'm leaving because I believe love should be freeing, not confining. I stayed in the darkness hoping you'd be my light. I'm leaving because I want a love that feels like home, not a battlefield. I'm walking away from the pain toward the peace I crave. I'm leaving because love shouldn't hurt this much. I stayed because I wanted to believe in us, but now I believe in myself. I'm walking away from what broke me to find what heals me. I'm leaving to find a love that makes me whole, not incomplete. I'm walking away with a heart full of courage and a soul ready to heal. I stayed because I thought love was enough, but it wasn't. I'm leaving this connection to find the love I've been missing all along.